Welcome back to Color Break, your third favorite comic book podcast. I'm ChrisCollects, your host, as always, with my good buddy Comic Book Stash. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I am alive again. It is
Yeah,
surprising.
I mean, you say it every time. I don't know. It's getting old. You gotta...
Well, I say that in life. That's not just like a podcast. It's just
Right.
my answer. I'm not gonna say good or bad.
Comic Book Stash or Comic Book Beard, more like it. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah. No
Yeah.
Shave November. Which, by the way, we'll put the link in the description so you can donate to the campaign.
Sure.
Man's testicular cancer, prostate cancer, and mental health, suicide prevention.
For increasing
Yeah.
it. We like to increase those
Yeah.
testicular cancers. But yeah, listen, guys, this is a DC-centric video. Me and Christian were throwing around ideas, topics. What do we talk about? A lot of DC stuff has happened recently.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna be talking about some of the absolute titles that have released so far, also some in the future, and then some of the. I don't know if you heard the news about Vertigo coming back. I just want to touch on that.
I heard a little bit of it. Don't know enough. I treat this podcast as like my information source. It's like, oh, Cody knows things. I just show up.
Well, something I do know about is the all the new formats that DC's been pushing.
Yes.
So I do want to get into that just as a collector. I do want to talk about it. And also an interesting experience that I've had recently kind of related to that. So we'll get into it once we get into those to that topic, the new format topic. But first, let's start with playing, watching, reading. Lay it on me, Christian. What have you been playing? What have you been watching? And what have you been reading, my man?
I've been playing nothing.
Nothing. No video games for this guy.
You know, I'm not a big gamer. I've been playing a dinosaur game on Google Chrome.
Like the one where you jump and stuff?
Yeah, at work. Like, and the thing is, like, there's Wi-Fi, so I have to look it up. Like dinosaur.
Oh,
game.
I gotcha.
So in between calls, I'm like, not even in between calls, sometimes in a call, I'm like, and I beat my record yesterday, so I'm pretty happy.
Nice, dude.
So that's what I've been playing.
That's what he's playing.
I've been reading a bunch of indie comics. I read, which is just like mainly things that I've been sent. I've been reading the Harry Potter books, which I already own, so don't think I'm giving money to J.K. Rowling. I'm in the second one so far. Really good. I get the hype. Been reading. I've read Blacking Out by Chip Mosher. It's a Dark Horse book. Really good.
Got that back there. Check that out at some point.
I'm making a video about that. I've been reading. I read issue number 3 of Life. That was really good. I read issue number 2 of Time Waits. And Chip Zdarsky. And I read another one. Oh, The Big Burn, issue number 2. That was really good.
Number 2, yep.
Big Burn is probably like up there, top 3 for me right now.
Dang, I gotta check out Big Burn.
It's
really
good. It's a heist book, dude. It's a heist. And a bunch of distillery books. You know, I'm lucky enough to be sent those books, but also lucky enough that they're actually good books, so I don't feel forced to make a video about them.
Right.
Because, hey, let's be honest. Sometimes they'll send you a book, and like you feel like compromised. Like, I gotta make a video about this now.
Yeah, there's someone sent me keycaps actually, so like for your keyboard.
Yeah.
And they're like comic book themed or whatever. And she was emailing me. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's like we haven't seen your video yet. Like when you plan on posting a video about it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get."
And the thing is, like,
man.
the thing is, like, it's cool. Well, the thing about the keycaps is like they're cool. I think you sent me a picture. They're cool. It's like hard to make a video about them.
Yeah, and it's for me too. It's like where does it fit? Because I try to only do like a video a day. I try not to have my videos like eat each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%. It's just hard.
Yeah.
When like it's hard to make a video about it, and it's like, where do you fit it in?
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's not like, oh, I don't want to make a video about this. It's like, where do I put it in?
Right.
But there are times where it's like, oh, I feel like a compromise. Like this book is not really good, and now I have to like.
That's why, dude.
I don't make the video.
I know what you mean. I think sometimes when a super indie creator, they'll reach out and stuff.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before, but I've just been maybe leaving them on red. I don't know if that's rude or not, but
no, I get it. I mean, plus you're busy. You already have your things planned out. I don't think it's like bad necessarily. You don't have to answer to any. You don't have to answer to me. You know?
That's how I feel about it. Is just like, I don't know. It's my page, man. I'm not just doing free promo for everybody. I get being nice, like if they're friends.
What
you know what though? I will
like,
say real quick. The one thing I'll say is that a lot of these times, these people don't even follow me, bro. Never seen them before. They never interacted with my stuff. And you want free promo from me, bro. Least you could do is like a video of mine or something, right? Like,
no, it's complicated. Like what I started doing a lot of times is I'll tell them like, hey, I'll review this book, but I'm gonna be fully honest.
Right.
And then sometimes I'll be like, oh, it's okay. Like, I don't want it anymore. And it's like, oh, you don't even trust your book, dude. Trust your book.
You're not even like, yeah.
If it's good, then you have nothing to worry about. So that's how I say it. I do know, like nerds. What's that zombie book? You got it. I bought it at the convention.
Nerdtooing.
Yeah, that's I like that one. And I plan on making a video about
Monsters
it.
Or something like
that. I want to make a video about that one. I've just been busy. I have it right here, actually. I have like a pile of books that I have not put away because I'm like, these deserve a video. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is among those. Like, oh, there's a lot. But Distillery. Been reading Distillery. Today I read a book that hasn't even been sent out yet, so I'm pretty happy. The new Scott Snyder book. So I gotta make it. I gotta make a video about that. Which, by the way, when this podcast comes out, the video will probably also be out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because FOC's the 18th, and I gotta make it before the 18th. So
nice, dude.
Maybe this will be a clip on its own.
Love it, dude. So that's what you've been. Boys. Wait, but what have you been watching though? I think you forgot watching. You did play.
I haven't forgot watching, buddy. Because I've been watching the best thing. I could tell you about a million movies I've been watching. I could tell you about anything.
I
want to talk about the X-Files.
Yeah.
The X-Files is like, God, the best thing in general.
I'm on episode like 4. It's so good.
Yeah, and it's like when I watched, I was at work bored. It was slow, and I was like, like the X-Files. I see a lot of people talk about it. I'm gonna watch episode 1, dude. I'm on season 2 right now, and episode 1. As soon as I finished it, I was like, this is such a Cody show. Because there's 3 things you like: detective stories, horror books, and aliens. I was like, this is the show for Cody, dude. I'm surprised you hadn't watched it before. There you go. The truth is out there. I'm surprised you hadn't watched it before. What'd you think of it?
No, I mean, it's definitely clicking for me. I think that it's a show that I've just been having on in the background while I work or something like that. Maybe for like 2 work days, something. But I'm liking it. I think that you hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's like, it's just a Cody ass show for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those passive shows that I like. I don't need to pay full attention, but I am at the same time. It's like the show works for me.
Yeah, dude, I like how, it's got some, crazy cinematography and stuff like that, like the colors, the music, like it's so of that era. I'm all about it.
I have to say this, and it's something that Mulder says in the show. Scully will see the craziest shit in the world. She'll see aliens. She has seen like a spaceship, like people floating and shit. In every episode, like Mulder's like, maybe it's aliens, and Scully's like, again with your bullshit. And I'm like, dude,
they're dynamic. Yeah.
And like there's a couple times in the show where he's like, how do you not believe after what you've seen? And she's like, oh, I don't know. So I get it. There is an explanation why, but it's like, dude, you've seen everything.
Nice.
Such a good show though. It's like and there's comics too, so.
Right, that's right.
There are X-Files comics. That's what I've been watching. I'll leave it at that.
Dude.
Cody,
that's what Christian's been reading, playing, watching.
Yeah.
What have I been watching? I'll start with the watching first. There's a show called From on MGM Plus, which is like, who the hell has MGM Plus?
Yeah, I'm like gonna tell you to stop paying for it.
I know, but here's the thing: my parents pay for it, so I don't pay for it.
Okay, there you go.
There's this show called From, and it's like Lost, right? Where it's all these people, they're like stuck in this community out in the woods, and you can't leave the community. And at night, these like monster things come out. They look like people. They slow walk and they smile, at you, and then they like eat all your guts. They rip all your guts out. Pretty
there's
brutal.
3 seasons.
Yeah. So it's scratching that lost itch for me and my wife. Just like just insane mystery. Like every episode's a mystery, and the acting's a little so-so from some of them, but just the concept, man, I'm all about it.
I don't know if this works for you. Look at this cover. Look at that poster.
Pretty cool. That's like an Epitaphs from the Abyss. Homage. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But yeah, it's got the main character, one of the dudes from Lost, and a lot of the creators from Lost too. Cool. So it's got a lot of that,
That's cool. Carrying the torch. But this is the last thing I'll say about the X-Files, and I'll let you go with your list. Surprising how many actors like in X-Files are like just household names now, and they'll be in for like one episode. People always talk about like, oh, like you gotta be in Law and Order to like be an actor. Like it's one of those like, but like X-Files, dude, like Tony Todd was in it. Tony Todd, rest in peace. He was Candyman.
Gotcha.
He just passed away. He showed up season 2, dude. Like the amount of star power in that show is phenomenal.
Nice.
So I get it. Lost. I never watched it. Want to watch it. Will never watch it probably.
Yeah, it's a hard like ask to get anybody to. I mean, you have to download MGM Plus or like whatever. So no one's gonna watch it except for me because
It's how I feel about recommending people Wilfred. I'm like, it's a hard ask.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah. So what else am I doing recently? So I've been reading. I've got Daredevil by Brian Michael Bendis. I'm about this much through. What is that? Probably a fifth. An hour in. Like that. So it's really great stuff, man. Daredevil just kicking ass. It's very gritty noir type of feel that I like from like Edward Baker, Sean Phillips. You guys can see him right over here in this cube here.
Yeah, like your entire bookshelf.
Yeah, so like very inky, dark kind of vibes. Right now, Daredevil, it's kind of becoming known that Daredevil is Matt Murdock, so that's like about to be public knowledge. So he's gonna have to deal with that. Been enjoying it a lot. Great artwork from I think it's Alex Maleev. Yeah,
that's really.
So that's
cool.
what I've been reading recently. That's one of my reads for the month. And then, what have I been? What the hell is the other one? Reading, playing. Okay, so there's this new Mario and Luigi game on the Switch. It's a sequel to, I don't know, the original Superstar Saga, Brothers in Time. It's like the fifth
the DS. I remember the DS game.
Exactly. Yep. So it's like it's a Mario RPG where you're hanging out with Luigi. It's very, for the longest time I was like you, right, where I wasn't playing that many video games, but this one clicked. I've been waiting for something to just click with me. Good. I'm in the mood for it. And I'm having a grand old time. It's very, very much like the original OG on the Game Boy Advance that that's cool. I actually talked about.
That you talked about C2E2.
Exactly. Yep. So it's that same series. It's the fifth one, and I'm having a great time playing it, man.
Sometimes you don't really need to like change it. Keep the same formula.
It's exactly. I'm right back into it.
That's why I hate it when like they make sequels of games and they change it. It's like I had a big problem with so South Park: The Stick of Truth was really good, and then South Park the Fractured Butthole. They changed the fighting format.
They did,
and I hated it. It was so good in the first one. Just keep it like that. There was an RPG in the first one, and the second one was like
tile.
It pissed me off.
Like a tactical RPG or something like that.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Keep it simple. It's like I like my Pokemon fighting style.
Yeah, so if you're in a Pokemon fighting style, you might like this game. Yeah. It's not exactly turn based because there are some like interactive elements where you have to like, it's like rhythm based.
Yeah, I remember the DS version.
Yeah,
that was really good. There was a kid in my bus who used to play it a lot, so
so it's kind of like that mix of maybe RPG stuff that you like, but then it's got like a rhythm component that really clicks with me. That takes it over the edge for me. So that's what I've been reading.
Those games.
Yeah, that's what I've been reading, watching, playing. Where to next, dude? Do you want to talk about
before I want to ask you just this is like maybe not even for the podcast, but it will be on the podcast. Shrinking?
Yeah. Shrinking's great, man.
Shrinking season 2 is out, and I know you like that show. I didn't know it came out.
A new episode today, I think, comes out.
I gotta catch up.
I think it comes out on Wednesdays.
It's a phenomenal show too. God.
Oh, dude, Harrison Ford, Jason Segel.
Yeah,
great stuff,
Jason Segel. Let's go.
That's got to be like a top 10 show for me too, just because It's like funny. Like it's one of the most well written, funny shows, but it's also just got so much heart.
Jason Segel is such a good actor, dude. I was rewatching Somehow I Met Your Mother, and he's the best part of it.
Oh, he's by far and away the best part in that show, dude. So good.
Okay, let's go to the next topic before I get carried away.
No, you're good, bro. I want to talk about shrinking more. So, do you want to talk about Vertigo, Absolute, or the new formats?
I'll tell you this: Absolute we can talk about right now because we already talked about Batman and Wonder Woman, so we can just do the addendum of Superman. So let's do
sure
Absolute.
Real quick though, we have some write-ins.
Yes.
So, well, actually, you know what? Give me your general thoughts on the Absolute universe so far before we get into some write-ins. So now that the third one is out, like you said, Absolute Superman,
3 really strong titles. And I feel like, not for any bad reason, but I feel like it's doing the same thing that the normal DC just line of comics does, where Superman is really great, but compared to Batman and Wonder Woman, it's just not doing it as much for me.
Yep.
Because same with who's doing Superman right now, Williamson in the normal DC.
Yeah, the main continuity title is written by Williamson right now. Yep.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good, but it's compared to Wonder Woman or Batman, I'm just not feeling it as much. I still keep pulling it because it's good, but it's not up there for me. And I feel like the Absolute Superman sort of did that thing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It was good, but it was no Absolute Wonder Woman.
That's what I would say too. I mean, I think when I had read it, I think I sent it to you as well. Like, yeah, I think the Absolute Superman so far is like the weakest out of the 3, but it's not weak compared to like your every other normal comic, right? But yeah, I do think out of the 3, it is the weakest so far. But man, just a solid start to the Absolute universe. I mean, what the hell, man? You're talking big chonker, Absolute Batman. You have Wonder Woman raised in hell, such a cool concept. And then Absolute Superman might have had my favorite art in terms of, like, I just like how clean.
No,
like,
the art is phenomenal. The art is, I like it's the dumbest thing ever. The speech bubbles that the suit has, because the suit talks.
Yep.
They're a little bit transparent.
I gotcha.
They're not fully red. They're a little bit transparent, and that was really cool because I was like, technology. Like, this is like a hologram type. Loved it.
I guess I don't know who the letterer is, but that's some solid stuff, man. So let's get into some write-ins. So we have one from friend of the show, RomezGuide. He says that he read Batman, he loved it. He thinks he's in the minority about loving it, which I think is interesting. I think everybody seems to like it.
Liked it, yeah.
He said that he likes how Bruce is more down to earth. He likes the change of making his villains his friends that he grew up with. What do you think about that, man? In terms of, there was like that picture where Bruce was like a kid, and it seemed like, you know, there was like Selena Kyle. It seemed like there was whoever the crocodile dude is. Like, it seemed like he was.
I don't remember that part, but
it's a super quick, like, you blink and you miss it moment.
That might just be me not reading deep enough, or it's been a long time.
It has been a while too, as well.
But I mean, that's really cool, and I think I liked it. I've had people who don't read comics come up to me and be like, "Hey, what's this new Batman?"
Yeah. So listen, man, I was saying it was going to be awesome. Everybody was saying, "Oh, when the colors weren't even out yet, when they just released the suit and the symbol," and everybody was like, "This is going to be garbage, man. He's so big, he looks so stupid." Who was right, Christian? We were right, dude.
Yeah, we knew things. We are smart.
And the big reason for that is Scott Snyder. With Rome's, he wants to mention that as well. He says it's really nice to see Scott Snyder back in the writer's seat. So yeah, man. I mean Scott Snyder.
I told you the Batman by Scott Snyder is like my favorite Batman Omni.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to like say it any better.
Yeah.
I trusted him from like the get go. I knew it was gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he can really fuck up Batman that much.
I know, bro. Exactly. I mean, you're talking about like one of the 10 people on Earth that understand Batman like the best or whatever, right? Like,
yeah.
Another write-in from ChrisCollects. He says that Batman has been the best so far, but he's a little biased. That's probably the number one Batman fan in the world. So no surprise there. He says he likes Wonder Woman's story. He says that Superman was all right, but he definitely needs to read a little more. All were great jumping on points.
Yeah.
And he says that it's too early to tell. This is a question for you, my man. In terms of Ultimate Universe or Absolute Universe, Chris says it's a little too early to tell which one's better. But I'll just throw it to you, man. Do you have a preference as of right now, or is it a little too early?
As a beginning?
Yeah.
Because I think you gotta like take him from the beginning, not like because like the Ultimate Universe is so far into it already. We're like what 10 issues in for some.
Right, they got a massive head start. Right,
I cannot compare them like that. But if we compare issue number 1's, Absolute wins. Because like
I think
about
you're
it,
right, bro.
Ultimate Black Panther's good now. You like it at what at issue number 8? You started liking it.
Yeah, like it's getting there. It's not even like a solid
Ultimate
like,
Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man, the first issue is just a bunch of mystery with no real. I mean, it has substance, but it's missing the story.
Issue 2 and 3, I think, is where that starts picking up. Right.
Ultimate X-Men, good. I like it a lot. Issue number 1 is just setup.
Yeah. It was set up until issue like 5 or 6.
So, Absolute Batman, issue number 1, immediate.
Yeah.
Absolute Wonder Woman, my favorite one, phenomenal.
Yep.
It's just, I don't know. I will say
it's interesting, bro. You make a good point, dude. I think at the start, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, maybe a year later, we got to compare. At the start, I think you're right.
We got to compare them fairly, and I think we're being fair. We're being issue number 1.
Yeah. I think you're right, brother. I like that one. I like that a lot.
Way to do it.
Mateo writes in. He says, "I've only read Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman, but both were fantastic. Hard to pick one that's like better because they're both so different in their own respective way. The art, the paneling, writing, everything was top notch."
Yeah.
So I would say, yeah, because it's interesting because the Absolute Superman, it's not even that I can't recommend it. It is just, I think we got to wait and see another issue before I go and recommend it to people that maybe don't read Superman typically. Versus Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman. Jump right in, man. I think you'll have a great time.
I would have liked to see more of an origin for Superman.
Exactly. It's very. I
feel like Superman is the one that, you always feel like, I don't need an origin for this fucking book again. I've seen it a million times for Batman, and Superman is the one that, like, please, fucking, I would want to see how he got there. And I know that with time they will. But I feel like with Superman, so much of the humanity is his origin that seeing him just doing things, I'm like, oh, wait a second. Like, where's I need to see him as a human. And, like, yes, he's helping people that need him.
Yep.
But I like to see him grow into it more than just like, oh, he's good. He's a good guy.
I know what you mean. I think that, it's interesting because they're kind of doing a lot more in the Superman title than they are in the other ones in terms of what they're trying to set up, right? The Superman one was a little more dialogue heavy. They have like multiple planets to worry about and, class structure and explaining stuff that happened.
Which I like.
And,
if they stayed on Krypton the entire issue, I would have been okay with it.
But like the jumping back and forth, maybe was, I see what you mean. I think, for me, I just got to give it a couple more, but I'm along for the ride. You know what I'm saying? But if someone were to say, it doesn't surprise me if someone were to say the third one wasn't my favorite. I guess that's how I would put it.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. It was good. It was still good. I cannot shit on it. There's no way I can be like, that would sucked. It's good. We're comparing it.
So just circling back to Wonder Woman a little bit, because I do think that it deserves a little bit more. So JibreelTalksComics, Jibreel classic. Shout out Jibreel. Check out his links in the bio. He says he's read all 3. Unsurprisingly, Wonder Woman is his favorite. So I'm glad that he wrote in because I know he's a super big Wonder Woman fan. He says he was super impressed with all the other titles, but with the Wonder Woman, he really liked the aspect, where it's he really feels like it got to the heart of the compassionate, the loving Wonder Woman that we all know. And it was so interesting to see it, even though she was like raised in hell, right? Like
Yeah,
against
she's still
all odds,
Captain.
she's still Wonder Woman, like at her core.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, dude. Beautiful stuff. Talk to me about the sword though, my man. Because Keenan Babbles wrote in, he's saying that he hates the Tom King stuff. That's controversial. I'm not gonna press you on that, but
We have you and I have met someone who hated Tom King stuff, and
yes,
in real time, you and I did a double take. Like
yes, because I really do feel like people hate Tom King just because it's cool to hate Tom King.
yeah,
I feel
but
like
when you and I, we won't say who it was, but when we heard it, we had to look at each other just to confirm that we were like experiencing it.
right.
Because I feel like a lot of people hate on Tom King just to do it.
I know.
And some of the arguments we heard were just like, really, dude? He's just being a hater. So
yeah.
talk about the sword, like the Wonder Woman sword.
Yeah, just in terms of one of the changes, like because we don't see Wonder Woman. I mean, she's had weapons before, right? But she's most known for her lasso and stuff. So I was wondering what you think of the giant like Buster sword.
It's cool, man. Yeah, how often do you get to see like a badass woman just like destroying a monster?
So
it's like,
sick,
hey,
dude.
listen, I like the lasso, but like making her like she's a menace.
Right.
And that's the thing about Wonder Woman that like people like don't get is like how like strong she is. You know, like when we're kids, like we play like superhero. Dude, like that kid would always be like, "Oh, I'm Batman because he's the coolest." Like, hey, I wish like now with the knowledge I have now, I would have said Wonder Woman 100%.
Yeah, like bro, dude, I will kick your ass as Wonder Woman, my man. Like
exactly. So like giving her a giant ass sword, like yeah, show how fucking powerful she is. Can we see how like much of a menace Wonder Woman is?
Yeah, dude, it's so sick, bro. I can't stop smiling just thinking about the sword that like
I had to look it up right
bag.
now. I had to look it up right now, and I was like, "Oh no, that is pretty sick." I remember it now.
So I do want to mention this too. So YearOfTheCollector writes in, friend of the show. What's up, Year? How's it going, buddy? He says, if he's like in the, he says that the thing that really resonated with him in terms of the Wonder Woman was the struggles of being a parent in dire circumstances. Resonated with him to his core much more than anything he saw in Batman. So yeah, I do think that the motherly nature of Wonder Woman definitely shown through as well. Really impressed that Kelly Thompson and everybody involved can do that in just one issue. Like they just set everybody's fears aside.
Like 3 pages.
Yes, the first 3 pages, she hooks you. She's like, "Don't worry, I understand, Wonder Woman. You have nothing to worry about." Everybody who was worried, and now we can just enjoy a great Wonder Woman series.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Once again, the Superman thing is like the thing about Superman. It doesn't matter how and I was talking to Virgo Blade. I don't know if you follow him. We were talking about like the absolute universe, which I didn't know enough about. Was like it's created because it's like the worst possible outcome, right? It's the worst possible version of every universe. But the thing we're finding in the absolute universe is that things like hope prevails. Batman is going to be Batman. Wonder Woman is going to be Wonder Woman. And the thing about Superman is that it doesn't matter if Superman's raised anywhere. He's going to be Superman. Right. And I'm missing that right now. I want to see him be human so far. Like, yes, he helped some people in mines, but like, I want to see the Superman that's like playing frisbee with a dog, dude. It's so important, and I think like maybe we'll get there. It's like I said, I'm not giving up on this book because I do think it was good. I just don't think it was a Superman comic book.
Yeah, so listen, I agree with I get all your points for sure. We do, and like you're saying, it's not like it's not there at all. It's just in little glimpses. It's like a panel or whatever. But like you're saying, it's not. He isn't fully come into his own just yet.
Yeah.
So that kind of you kind of disagree maybe with what Drewxdeficit says, friend of the show. He says that this Superman is doing everything he like wants it to do. Like it's hitting all the marks for him. And he also likes how they all talk about class in some way. So
I like that. Like I said, I could have stayed in Krypton.
Yeah. I thought that whole like class structure was really interesting.
I could have honestly had a full book about just him getting off of Krypton.
Right.
Just issue number 1. I would have been okay with that. And also, Drew is not my friend. Do not bring that up.
Drew's he's friend of the show, but he's not your friend. Sure.
Yeah, no, he's friend of the show. We don't like him though.
I like Drew. You can have a beef with Drew. I don't mind. I won't get involved in that, dude.
No, I love him. I was listening to Rock and Roll McDonald's yesterday, thinking about it.
Classic inside joke.
That's not an inside joke. That's just a fact. I was listening to.
No. But just no one's gonna know what the hell you're talking about when you say that song unless they're Drew. So,
yeah.
In terms of so Bumpkins, he writes in and he says that he loves how over the top Batman is. Have you seen the Batmobile?
Yes, it's not a tumbler, it's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not a tumbler, it's like a dump truck. Like it's a construction like a dump truck
it's bananas, vehicle. And that's what I like about this book. Is like they're not hiding it. Okay, exactly. I'll say this. Let's go back to Superman one more time.
Yeah.
What do we see in Batman? Like we have the tumbler in issue number 2, but in issue number 1 we already see like the fucking like hammer, like not the hammer, the axe, right?
Yep.
We see the axe. We see the tumbler. Wonder Woman. What do we have? Like a giant sword. The demon coming out of Earth. What do we see in Superman?
I know what you mean. So he's like fighting some miners, you know, it's like
fighting some guys. Yeah, they might have weapons. Cool, man. Oh, he cannot control his powers.
Right. You can't control him. He also has to like recharge his solar battery. That was interesting. I will have to
that
say
was
that
cool.
That's the Lois Lane near the end.
Yeah, for anyone like really like watching this, it sounds like I'm shitting on it. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying the things that I wish happened in issue number 1 that I know will happen eventually. For
sure. I think, yeah. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it for sure.
Because, like, listen, I'm fully on it. If I don't like a book and you can watch, I can give you an exact episode. If you watch our first Christmas episode, I shit on the, what is it, Lieber
Batman Noel.
Batman. I shit on Batman Noel so fucking much. I don't hide my opinions when it comes to this show. I don't care if that writer stops liking me. I don't care if DC is like, oh my god, let's not talk to him anymore. No, if I don't like a book, I'll say it. I like Absolute Superman. I just wish I had seen some things. I don't like Batman Noel though. That one I will talk.
We definitely know you don't like Batman Noel. Yeah. You know, I was thinking about I was like scrolling through cheap graphic novels, and I saw that Batman Noel the Deluxe Edition was like pretty cheap. I would have
stabbed you if you got that for me.
Yeah, I was like, it's like $12. It's like, is that even? I was like, I'm not even gonna pick it up. I thought, you know, maybe it's cool. You have a Batman book on your Christmas Batman book on your shelf. You can pop it out, read it by the fireplace.
I'll have the Bible of anything. I'll put anything. It's not even a bad book. It's just like they didn't try.
Listen, dude. Last write-in from KhiBucks. He liked all the titles. He liked them all for different reasons. He liked, and we didn't talk, I don't know if we talked about it, but he likes the different Alfred change. Just the fact that he doesn't know Alfred. That a lot. Yeah, that's really interesting. He says
his mom's cute. We talked about
his mom's cute and alive, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then, so the last note from Kai, he says that Absolute Superman had the best and most refreshing world building out of the 3, which I think I would agree with in terms of, just like the
world no, you see like Brazil.
Right. It's kind of, but it's like assumed that like Superman's been zipping all over the world. Like he hasn't found like a place to live really.
Yeah. They kind of show you Kansas at the end, right?
Kansas, they actually do show us like what should have been
Smallville.
Lived. Yeah, like the Clark's, the Kent house in Smallville, but it looked to be destroyed, and it looked to be maybe like
owned
a lab
by a corporation.
Yeah. And so Kai just said Absolute Universe 3 for 3. So yeah,
I want someone to send us a write-in to just say it was good.
Right. So listen, write in for this episode. Good segue, Christian. If you are driving, Start typing in your car while you're driving down the
Don't pull
highway.
up. Don't pull over.
Yeah. No, don't pull over. That's what I'm saying. Just keep driving and just type.
You know
what
that.
did you like about the absolute title so far? Which one was your favorite?
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Let us
know that. You know that function on your phone that you can do like speech to text.
Don't do that.
Don't use it. We need you to type, dude. Both hands too.
So listen, dude. That's the absolute title so far, right? But there's 3 more coming next year. Not to spend too much time on it, but I did want to make everybody know, aware, and maybe Christian too if he isn't. But we've got Absolute Flash coming out March 5th, Absolute Green Lantern March 11th, and then Absolute Martian Manhunter. This just says March. So we got 3 other Absolute titles.
Yeah.
Let's start off with Absolute Flash, dude. Jeff Lemire.
I'm excited. Next.
Wally West.
No, it looks really cool.
There's no Speed Force.
I want Wally West to be on his own. No Barry. I don't want a family dynamic in this book.
No, dude. You're right, bro. Wally West is not part of the legacy of the Flash. He's the first Flash in this universe, according to Jeff Lemire.
And I like Barry more, but I'm excited for this one.
It's like a teenage Wally, bro.
Good. Give me that. I don't want to see no bullshit of like, oh, my family in the Flash. And I like that normally, but this is the absolute universe we're talking about.
I think that you're right in that, we're obviously not going to be getting... It's going to be a while until we get like Flash family dynamics, but in these first couple of previews that they did, it's got Wally. He's chilling on the bed, listening to music. His headphones got little lightning bolts on them, by the way. Nice little touch. But he's like talking with his dad, it looks like. So I think that we're still going to be getting like family dynamic that Jeff Lemire is known for, and that he's really good at writing.
It is Jeff Lemire. I was forgetting that. I trust him.
But to your point, it's not going to be like all this crazy Flash science and there's 10 Flashes running around. You got to know them, like all that kind of stuff. It's going to be more simple family dynamics. So I'm excited, dude. Absolute Flash. We also have the rogues that have been confirmed so far. We have Captain Cold, Captain Boomerang, Golden Glider, and Trickster.
Nice. So most of them.
Yeah. Most of you got to have the rogues. Of course, they're a little different from what they look like so far.
Yeah, Golden Glider is one that I haven't seen much, so that's interesting. Surprised there's no Mirror Master.
She looks like she can fly in this. Captain Boomerang, it looks like his boomerang's a drone. And then Captain Cold is very different. He looks like a military dude. So yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Interesting stuff there. And then real quickly, also Absolute Martian Manhunter. Dennis Camp, who's currently writing the Ultimates title, and Javier Rodriguez, who did Zatanna Bring Down the House.
Okay, so, I like that.
I don't know. Insane artwork in that.
I don't know jack about Martian Manhunter, so I'm excited.
So
I don't want to know anything.
So the only thing I'll say,
talk about it.
The one thing I'll say is that Martians in this world, they're not really from Mars. This is one of the most dramatic reimaginings in the Absolute Universe. So there's an FBI agent, the normal dude. He's invaded by an alien consciousness that selects Martian from his mind to describe what it is. So it's like a space like demon alien that invades this dude's mind or whatever.
That's cool. I'm excited. Don't tell me anything else. I'm sold.
It said that he's gonna slowly go insane, but in a real fun way. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens there.
Yeah, I'm excited already.
But he's like a detective. He's like an FBI agent, bro. So
I love it.
In. Plus aliens. So I'm in, dude.
We just need horror, and that's it. You got the X-Files.
And then the last one, dude, Absolute Green Lantern. This is Al Ewing. You like Al Ewing, bro. I know you do.
You got him back there somewhere.
This one's gonna be.
I think it's here.
This one's gonna be a horror, Green Lantern horror kind of book.
Okay, I'm in.
This one's an ensemble though, so it's interesting. It's not separate from how the Flash is just Wally.
Yeah.
This one's gonna have Joe, Hal, and John, and Guy Gardner.
Well, I don't think of the Green Lanterns as a family, so that's cool.
I got you. I know what you mean.
I think of them as people who sort of like don't like each other but have to work together.
And just real quick, I'll just read the quote that Al Ewing did. So he said that one of his other books he's doing is called Metamorpho, and he's like, that book that's going to be happy, that's going to take all your troubles away. Absolute Green Lantern will create trouble in your life. It's very much me putting my horror hat on. So,
good. I'm excited. Yeah. I like Al Ewing.
So yeah, that's the Absolute Universe, man. All the cool stuff that's already come out, and then look forward to March. Absolute Flash, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern. Good stuff. Nice little pregnant pause there as well.
Just want to I was thinking about Ewing. I was like, in my head, he's like an old man with a long beard. I don't know.
He's got a beard. He's not that old though, but he's got a beard.
In my head, he's like an old head. Like this is like a man with a white beard, who's just like really good at writing.
Nice. I
just realized I've never looked him up. This is a part of the podcast.
Yeah.
So you guys know how my brain works. I had to stop and think about that, man.
Okay, real quick, mini topic. DC Vertigo is coming back. Lay it on me, dude. What do you think about DC Vertigo making a comeback? Pretty sure it ended in like the early 2000s or something like that.
It's really cool. I hate him for re-releasing Nice House by the Sea with the Vertigo imprint, because now I have to buy it again.
Yep. I think they're reprinting them now with for issues 1 and 2.
That's it.
Go back.
Yeah, that's it. That's cool. I love it. I think it needed to come back.
Yep, I agree.
Every time I make, I'll tell you this, and this is like no joke, and I can show proof. Every time I make my TikTok video like caption, like the description, I have like a preset one that I have like from like a video I made a long time ago. One of the hashtags in that is Vertigo, and every time I delete that Vertigo hashtag, I'm like, man, this should just bring it back.
I gotcha. Yeah. No, because, dude, listen. For the longest time, Christian, I mean, back when we were talking about Nice House on the Lake, not even by the sea, right?
Yeah.
We were saying, what the hell, dude? This doesn't even feel like, it's not even, it feels like an indie. It should be an indie.
Yeah.
Boom.
Vertigo.
That's all it is.
It's a dark book, dude. Vertigo is just the answer for the things you and I like.
It's just, stories that have nothing to do with the DC universe. And because, like, you're looking around, right? Distillery, great example. You just brought up all these great Distillery titles. Those are all stuff that
they have nothing to do with anything.
Vertigo titles, you know what I'm saying? Like, because there wasn't Vertigo there, no one's coming to DC with their innovative indie stories because there isn't a Vertigo. They go to Distillery. They're going to Boom. They're going to Image, right?
Which, like, hey, really cool. We love those companies, but, like, I feel like DC as a company themselves were missing out on some money.
Yeah. And the prestige, dude. When you see a Vertigo label on there, you know it's some good stuff, dude. So,
dude, I have my Preacher back there. Then I'm just like, it's such a beautiful
Preacher.
book.
I haven't read it yet, but I've heard it's good.
It's really good. Really dark.
I'm thinking of. I should have wrote it down, but there's two writers that I know are working on a Vertigo title, and one of them is Rom V. Pretty sure Rom V's got something cooking. And then I forgot who the other writer is. I want to say it's a female, but I totally forget. Sorry, women. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay, so last topic before we close it out here. DC Comics has a lot of different new formats that are coming out, right? So,
you have it on hand. I have to go get it.
I have it on hand. Christian's gonna go get his compact comic. Maybe he might.
God, yeah, I'll go get it.
I'll keep him busy. So listen, guys, a lot of new different formats coming out from from DC Comics, and we wanted to highlight them here just as a collector. Because I think it's pretty interesting, man. They got a lot of weird stuff going on in terms of what they've released so far. Christian's got the compact comic.
Yeah, you weren't looking at my ass, right?
A little bit. Christian's got the compact comic of Watchmen.
Really good. I forgot to bring the normal version of Watchmen. I'm not going to stand up again.
No, you're good, bro. But just the fact, like, so DC has compact comics, right? For those that don't know, Christian, what is a compact comic? You just did a video on it. You should know it all in your head.
I think if you don't know what a compact comic is, you do not know what context clues are. Compact meaning smaller. Comic meaning comic.
That's It's like, what's a comic book as you listen to a comic book podcast?
It's the size of my head. It's 8.5 inches tall. It's
how much is it?
$10, dude.
That's like the crazy part, dude.
But like it's still readable. I mean, I think Watchmen is like the worst example because look at the amount of like Yap Central over here, dude.
Do you is it readable though in your opinion? Like,
yeah,
honestly,
no, it is. It's just that Alan Moore's like the mayor of Yap City. Like, oh my god, there's so much. I've never read this. It's so much dialogue, but it is readable. Like for something with so many words in such a small book, very readable. I can do it, and I'm fine.
I think we might have talked about compact just a little bit in the past. I know that Marvel, and I was gonna pull something up, but Marvel's trying to do their own compact comic, and just to compare them, dude, I think they're totally missing the entire point, bro. Compared to
what
DC.
do they do?
So the Marvel ones are like not $10; they're like, let's say 15, right? I don't know the exact price. Marvel. Less than 20, but they're more than 10, right?
Okay.
And the ones that they've announced so far, they're like okay, so you have a Jonathan Hickman one for Fantastic Four coming out, but you're skipping, like, you do like 3 issues, you skip 1, do 4, skip 1. It's like, wouldn't you want the whole?
What else are they doing?
In a row?
What else are they doing?
They've got a couple more like a Captain America Brubaker.
I don't know, Marvel. I'm not convinced. I'm gonna have to see these books in my front door, for free.
Exactly. To do a real comparison. But no, it's like, to me, right, the whole point is to have like the complete story.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at the DC version of compact comics where they have something that's going to be multiple, like American Vampire,
American Vampire, like, I don't know anything about that book and I'm so excited to read it. I think they should do Preacher, honestly. Now that they have Vertigo
I can see them doing Preacher. But listen, I'll tell you this though. If they do Preacher, they're not going to cut any freaking issues out. What are you doing, Marvel? Why would you cut out? Like, I just read Fantastic Four by Hickman, right?
Yeah.
I guess there's some issues that maybe they're not important to like the grand stuff, but you still would want to know the context of what Johnny Storm is doing. Like, you know what I mean?
The importance is that you have all of it.
Right.
Like this is the whole freaking story, dude.
Right, and then it's like, so then just don't do the Fantastic Four one if you feel the need to skip around. Like, there must be, like, just do Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Something.
Dude,
like,
okay, let's I will put this as simply as I can. I bought this and I haven't read it. But as soon as it arrived at my doorstep, I knew I had to make a video about this. Because I heard full story, $10, compact. I can take this anywhere. Like, no joke, I made a joke about this in my video. I can take this anywhere.
Right.
I've always felt weird about taking books on planes because it's so huge to have like a whole comic. I feel like I'm reading the newspaper in the 50s, God. But like this, I can just take anywhere, you know? And like, that's cool. You got that part, right? You got the compact aspect. But the full story for $10 is the cool part. As soon as I knew that, I literally arrived at my doorstep and I knew I had to make a video. And I fucking put so much work into that video.
Here's the thing, dude. The Marvel ones are $15. I just looked it up.
I mean, it's not bad.
They're also half an inch taller, bro.
Then what?
They're like half an inch taller. So they're not 8.5. They're 9 inches tall. So like,
is a normal
now
comic?
It's like
12.
Yeah, or like 11.5 or something like that.
Now it's not compact. It's just a book.
So it's
half an inch. A half an inch is a lot. I've heard.
From what I've heard, half an inch can do a lot of damage, guys.
Exactly.
But it's like, yeah. Okay, so they have a Daredevil, Black Panther, Captain America, Fantastic Four. So you're doing the line, and you're not even doing a Spider-Man to start, bro. It's like, what are you guys doing, bro?
Like, hey, Captain America, Brubaker. Yeah, I get it. But I get Spider-Man. That's your big sale. That's your biggest character.
Born Again. That makes sense because that's like a full-on story, and also, you know, Charlie Cox is about to do Daredevil Born Again, whatever. I don't know, man. Just in general, very weird stuff. Very weird.
I'm gonna get him. Side of things. I hope they send him. I'm kidding. They will never send me a single book. They have vendetta against me for some reason. But okay, I'll say this with anything, and I always say this: I'll give it a chance. I'm not gonna shit on it too much. I disagree with some of the things you're doing, but I'm gonna give it a chance. If I don't like it, I'll say it.
It's very
just like Batman Noel.
Very big of you, dude. Very adult.
Just like Batman Noel, I will shit on it if I don't like it.
Okay. And I was about to move on and talk about this, but just real quick, they say the Fantastic Four one, right? It's going to collect an all new streamlined version of
we don't want
Hickman's Fantastic. Who the fuck wants streamlined?
What is this?
Bro?
Streamlined comics? Nah, dude. Give me the whole thing. Doesn't make
sense, dude. What are you talking about? Streamlined? You don't have to read any of it. The entire story is not essential, technically, right?
I don't have to read Watchmen. Like, goodbye. I don't need it. I choose to read it.
Right. So if you choose to read this Fantastic Four, and if I were reading this, and if I was reading like issue 12, and then it skipped to like 15, I'd be confused as hell, bro. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, what year is it right now, Cody?
It's 2024 for a little bit.
It's 2024. I don't need to read a comic book series from what year? Fucking 1986. I don't have to read Watchmen. It's been so long. Nobody's forcing me to read it. But I went out because that's $10, dude. It's like $8 actually on Amazon right now with free shipping if you have Prime. I'm not even giving. That's cheap for a whole story. I was like, this is the perfect chance.
But imagine if they cut out like
exactly. I don't know, issue number 5 is not that important.
Right. Yeah. It's like, it's the streamlined Watchmen, bro. It's the Watchmen. Yeah. Get rid of issue 5. You don't need it. Streamline. Yeah. Streamline.
Hey, like, you know what? Jonathan Hickman put a lot of work in those issues you're cutting out.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's so stupid. I just read it all. It's so good, dude. I wouldn't want any of the issues cut out. They're all important.
I read the Omni? Marvel Zombies Omni. There's a lot of issues in that Omni that are not fucking important.
Okay.
But they're so cool.
Right. So cool I wonder if they do one of these compacts and Marvel's going to cut all those out, dude.
I want to see Howard the Duck fighting like anything. You know? Yeah. That wasn't necessary. But it was fun.
So those are the compact comics. Those are the DC, what they got going on in Marvel. I don't think the Marvel ones have come out yet. So maybe they have time to change them. I don't know.
Okay, I'll say this. I'll say this. Cody, what was the comic book that got me into comic books? Spider-Ham,
Thor?
right?
Oh, okay.
No, Spider-Ham?
I thought you were going to say Donny Cates Thor. But
is that an important comic book? Being fully honest.
Spider-Ham? Maybe
by
not.
Seb Wells. It's not. But it was important to me.
Right.
So you deciding what comic book in the Jonathan Hickman line is important?
Exactly,
It's complete bullshit.
Because
maybe that one issue that you took out was someone's first comic book.
Right. And
it didn't matter how important it was. It's important because it's a part of the story. And they got someone in.
Even if it's not important to like the overall big story, it's important to the characters. It's important for their progression. When they appear in the next issue, that issue that you cut out has happened to them. So they're going to be, you're not going to get the context of something that changed or whatever.
100%. That's all I got to say.
So that's our little rant about Marvel's compact comics. They're fucking it up before it even happens. But I want to talk about DC's finest. And I'll be honest with you guys, I want to brag a little bit because this was sent to me from DC Comics. They sent me their entire first wave.
Which I still want. DC, you still got a chance.
I know, bro. What the hell? Why aren't you sending Christian? Dude, these are beautiful, by the way. I just gotta say, look at the spine.
I'm like no joke. I'm jealous. Like that's not a joke. I
know. Because here's the thing, right? So DC's finest is like a collection of
that's phenomenal.
It's like they're taking a more historical approach to it. Look at the back. They got this timeline. They're showing you, hey, this features Superman comics from this year to this year.
No, that's phenomenal, dude. It's so cool.
They're all in a row. Want that. Action Comics, it's Action Comics 1 to 25, like issue 1 to 25, and then Superman
not skipping
1
any
to 5. Not skipping any. It's Superman's earliest appearances in one volume.
The full run.
This is trade paperback size, by the way. So if you are, I guess, curious about how tall it is, same size as your. regular single issue pretty much.
Listen, DC, you can watch my DC compact video. Imagine what I could do with a book that's bigger.
Right. Dude, I love that bit when you were tiny and you were like pointing to it. Like that was awesome, dude. You look like who was it in Willy Wonka? Like Mike TV who got real small? I forget.
You almost killed me right there. Mike TV, yeah. No, I was just bored. I was like, I want to make a video. It's a small book means small me.
That was so funny, dude.
And I've heard him pretty small. So I was like, yeah, let's just own up to it.
But like, look at the colors. Look how bright everything is.
Dude, it looks fun. I honestly, like, no. Like, you've gotten a lot of books in the past that I haven't received. That's the first time I'm like actually jealous about you getting something.
I know what you mean, dude. Cause like, dude, they sent this to Omar, brother. Come on, man. I'm not on the same level as Omar. Get the hell out of here.
No.
But I guess I just wanted to say like the first wave. So they have a Superman, Golden Age Superman. They have a Silver Age Flash, Barry Allen Flash. So if you're looking to get, it's got like his origin. It also has the Flash Between Worlds, like when it split between him and Jay Garrick, and like the first ever like multiverse in a comic book. They also have some Justice League of America stuff, Batman Year 1 and 2, which is probably the biggest miss out of the entire first wave. I get why you know, Batman Year 1 makes sense, but Year 2, I think people hate Year 2, so that's kind of a weird one to include.
Okay, but I get it. I mean, Year 1 has a lot of...
Yeah. And then the last one is Wonder Woman by Gail Simone. So that's the most modern out of the bunch. It's like 2006 type of stuff. So other than that, it's like all old Silver Age, Golden Age goodness there. So yeah, DC's finest, man. Be on the lookout.
Hey, DC, I'm available.
Christian's available. And I guess the other thing I'll say too is it's kind of weird because these are different than compendiums. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like...
This feels more like a way to maintain, like bringing the history forward, you know?
Yes. So I have this on the side. This is a Green Lantern Kyle Rayner Rising Compendium. But these are different than the finest. You know what I mean? So it's like, kind of what's the difference a little bit?
I feel like finest is more like it's selective.
Right.
Because of the history of the characters. Like, we're showing you a part of the history that's important, we feel. Whereas like the Kyle Rayner one, it's just like, hey, here's some Kyle Rayner comics. Here's a run. Yes,
exactly. Like,
I feel
exactly.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like Milestone does a really good job with compendiums.
True. Those are some compendiums I'd be looking to get.
Milestone does a really good job with them. But DC Finest to me feels like a way to preserve history.
That's a good way to put it, man. Because, like, to be honest with you guys, right? Like, there's if you're trying to find Golden Age Superman stuff, how the hell are you going to read it in 2024?
Yeah.
DC Universe Infinite, if it's on the app, I'm not even sure. You could buy, like, the Superman Golden Age Omnibus, but then you're talking, like, 100 and whatever, and there's 10 of them, 10 Golden Age Superman Omnibus that you have to collect. So, yeah, it seems like this is, like, an entryway to get that classic history of the DC universe, but just in a more approachable format that isn't an omnibus hardcover $150, right?
Yeah.
This is $40 right here, and you get 20 to 25 issues in each one.
That's not bad at all, dude. Once again, jealous I don't have it. It's a phenomenal idea from a company like DC to not only preserve its history and bring it to new readers, but also just keep it alive.
Keep it alive, yeah, that's a good point. But I guess, you know, where we'll close it out is, I'll throw it to you, with all these different formats, right? Because there's obviously and I know you're pretty picky about maybe your bookshelf and trying to keep everything the same format. Do the DC Finest interest you at all? DC Compendium interest you at all? I know you said compact comics you'd be interested in.
I'm not.
But there's also like deluxe editions. Are you still like collecting omnis? Like, what's your thought process?
I'm still collecting omnis. Yep. Compendiums don't really do it for me for some reason.
Gotcha.
I feel like if I'm gonna get a compendium, I'm just gonna get the omni.
Right.
But compact comics are cool because I have my novels on a separate shelf, so they can fit there if I want to keep it size correctly. But the DC Finest is, yeah, sure, it's it's the same size as a trade, so they can fit there with the trades. But also, it's like, oh, I can have like its own section for like historical books. Like, oh, this is Superman.
Right.
I can put it in my Superman section if I want to start one. Like, it's a good entry point for a collection, even, because maybe hey, I'll read that Superman one. And I'm like, oh, I need another one when it comes out.
Right.
Or like, oh my God, Flash! I can start a Flash collection. This Flash was really good. Let me keep buying some other Flash trades.
Dude, that when I was flipping through the Flash one, I was thinking about you, bro, because I'm like, as thinking about you and someone like you, where the Flash is their favorite character. Maybe they haven't read too much Flash.
Yeah.
Boom. Wally West Flash, or not Wally West, Barry Allen Flash, right from the start. Pick it up and have fun with it. Yeah, and you don't have to go back and like look up, best Flash comics of all time, or which trade, and then you get this trade, or So
I'm with you, man. I'm excited for DC's Finest.
Yeah, dude.
And my email is comicbookstash@gmail.com.
Yeah, it is, baby. DC just they approved my video, so I got that going for me. So I'll be able to post that soon. I've been waiting like a week for them to approve this damn thing, but finally get back to me. That's all I had for this episode, my man.
That's cool, man. We did it.
DC centric.
Yeah, DC centric. The truth is out there, and
Marvel sucks, dude.
I don't want to say that. They do have. I did just get the Spider-Man Omni. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Omni number 4.
I am reading Ultimate Spider-Man right now, and it's phenomenal.
I have that. Actually, you know what? Maybe just as far as like updates on my side, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we like close it out with updates.
Yeah.
I think in December, for leading up to for Christmas, not Halloween. Jesus. I'm gonna be doing that series that I did a while ago, where it's like the 12 days of Omnis or whatever.
12 days of Cody.
12 days of Cody, yeah, dude. That's what we call it at the Cody household. It's the 12 days of Cody. I say to Riley. So, it's Cody's time.
She doesn't get Christmas gifts.
No, it's the 12 days of Cody. But so I got this thing is filled. This has probably like, I don't know, 6 things that I'm gonna use for that series. So gonna be doing that again. So look forward to 12 days of Omnis, 12 days of whatever that.
Yeah, I still gotta buy you a gift. So
I got a gift for Christian. It's coming. I know. I think it's getting here on like the 24th or something. So I'll have to send. It'll be after Christmas, but
like it's getting to your house or to me.
So the genesis of this gift was I bought myself a thing, but the order didn't go through, so I bought it again. But then the original order went through, so now I have 2. So I get one of them is getting sent to me. I'll get it sent to you.
Okay.
Sometime in Jan, I guess.
So it's not out yet, so I could probably figure it out, but I won't.
Oh yeah. You might be able to figure it out, but
I won't. I won't try.
Right.
I know what I'm gonna get you. Right now, I just thought about it.
It'll be cool though once you see it. So yeah, maybe we'll do another gift exchange. I don't know.
We can do a gift exchange. We can do a Christmas episode. The color breakies are next month, right?
The color breakers will probably be in Jan.
Okay, color breakers are in January.
Yeah, because I gotta ask.
I gotta get a suit. God.
Not to like. I don't know, brainstorm while we're recording, but I was thinking of inviting KhiBucks on and then Drew. So maybe we'll have like a 4-person, mega color breakies or some shit. But
okay, cool. Maybe we can do them live. Who knows?
That would be actually kind of sick, dude. Not gonna lie, that'd be kind of nasty. Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's all I got. That's all the updates I've got. DC videos coming out soon. 12 days of Omnis.
Yeah. I got my. What's that, Scott? I don't know how I don't know I literally am making a video about this, but you won't feel a thing.
Right. I was gonna say it's something called like "Come Find Me" or something like that.
I'm literally like I have Adobe Premiere open right here with a portion of the video. You Won't Feel a Thing by Scott Snyder. I'm literally editing this video right now. I just had to film one shot, and I have to drive like 30 minutes for it. So, if you want me to make a video about your comic book company and I care about it, I'm gonna go all out.
When is Distillery hiring you, brother? Come on, man.
Listen, you email them directly. I'm not gonna.
Maybe you should. If you want a job, I want you to get a job at Distillery. You should be like a video editor. Just edit those like videos, and you like Scott Snyder, and then it's like narrated.
I'll tell you this. I would like to create original content for a company.
I gotcha. Yeah. You don't want to like.
Okay. I'll take anything.
Right. I was gonna say it too. Like,
I'll take anything, but I'm saying like the dream would be like making one of like what I did for DC Compact, just like hey, this is my style. But dreams cannot always be achieved. With that,
sad. Just like the election, sad.
Oh yeah, you know who we voted for and who we didn't, and we are not happy about it. But we will keep pushing for people's rights and liberties and the pursuit of happiness.
Well said, buddy. I didn't want to. I was trying to make this a happy, so I wasn't going to get into the election. But yeah,
that was a hopeful. It was a hopeful ending.
No, it was hopeful. Definitely.
We'll keep pushing.
We're not stopping the pod. We're not stopping. I'm going to talk about comics till they throw me in the gulag, brother. That's what I said the other day on my post. So,
and they cannot deport me. I've been a citizen since '98. Cody, say the ending before we say something stupid and they actually kick us out.
Yeah, I was gonna say they'll figure out a way to deport you, brother. Don't worry, they'll figure it out. Yeah, thank you guys for listening. This was episode number 45, I believe, of Color Break, your third favorite comic podcast. I have been Cody,
almost at the end.
And that has been Christian.
Yeah, that has been me.
Yeah.
Goodbye.